Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brian Grzymkowski. I'm one of the assistant directors of graduate admissions here at William Paterson University. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedule on this hot day to join us for our online orientation for new graduate students for the upcoming fall 2017 semester. At this point, we're just over 2 weeks away from the start of classes, which begin on September 6th. And it goes without saying, for those of you who have been accepted to the university for the first time, congratulations. We're looking forward to having you join us for the fall. For those of you that are continuing students and just need a quick refresher, we hope that you're able to get all the information that you need. Obviously, this is meant to be a convenient way for you to be able to sit back in a relatively short window of time and get a lot of information that will be helpful for you. My colleague, Christina Aiello, is going to be going over things like how to get your student ID card, your parking decal for your vehicle if you're going to be commuting to campus, and a number of other things that you should find helpful as you get ready for the first day of classes. For all of us here at the admissions office, again, we just want to thank you for coming and want to stress one final thing before I turn it over to Christina. We are recording this presentation in its entirety. So if you do find that you have to leave early for one reason or another, family obligations, work obligations, etc., we are going to be sending you a link to this presentation after we put it up on our YouTube channel. And that would likely happen before the end of this week, early next week at the very latest. So you'd be able to refer back to the slides and the information that you see here at your convenience before that first day of classes. So just keep that in mind as well. But with that being said, that's more than enough for me. I'm going to turn it over to Christina. So Christina, take it away.
Good afternoon, everybody. And again, I just wanted to congratulate you on your acceptance to William Paterson University and continuing your education through our graduate programs. A couple things here. If you haven't had an opportunity yet to visit campus, this is an aerial shot. If you look at the left-hand side, you'll see parking lot 5. Parking lot 5 is pretty much the main hub of the main campus. It will allow you to manipulate your way through the buildings to wherever your courses are being held. If you are an MBA candidate and or the College of Education grad student, most of your courses will be held at 1600 Valley Road, which is off-site here. However, in the event you do need shuttle service, there is a shuttle that runs from the main campus to Valley Road and back, and that shuttle schedule is provided to you on our website. The outline, the things that we're going to go over today during this webinar here is WP Connect. Hopefully you've all familiarized yourself with it already. How to obtain an ID card, your parking decal, your email account, which will be extremely important for your education here at William Paterson, and the communication back and forth with your program directors, your in case of emergency status and the features that we offer on campus, Blackboard, certain forms that you may need at some point, your payment options, and then I've put together a few frequently asked questions to assist you. Feel free, if you have any questions, to please type them in the question box, and Brian and I will do our best to answer them pretty much, if not during the presentation, but when the presentation concludes. WP Connect, this is our web portal. You'll log into WP Connect from the main email website, which is www.wpunj.edu. You're going to access your student email from there, Blackboard. You're going to view and pay your bills. You can view your transcripts and any other important information. Your user ID for WP Connect is usually your last name and first initial, which is the beginning portion of your university email address. Your password is your student ID number, which is the ID number you were provided in your welcome packet that begins with 855. Your login is extremely important. You want to make sure that you keep that close because it really is the hub of the university. You can access it again. You can use that link, which is wpconnect.wpunj.edu, or through the main webpage. Obtaining a student ID card. You will need a student ID card to make copies in the library, to check any types of books out. So you want to make sure that you do obtain your ID card as soon as possible. You can do this at the Hospitality Office ID Center, which is located in University Commons, Student Center, room 100. So it's on the main level, same level as the food court, just on the opposite side of the building. The hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. However, they've added additional evening hours, and their contact information can be found on their webpage. For those of you who work full-time and can't get here before 4:30, they do extend the hours the first couple weeks of the semester to make it easier for you. ID cards are issued to all students who are currently enrolled for classes. You must be enrolled for classes before they will provide you with an ID card. Replacement cards, in the event for some reason you lose it, there'll be a $10 fee. And however, if you lose more than 3 cards, it's a $25 fee. So you want to make sure you keep it in a safe place. Like I said, you will need to use it from time to time. The requirements in order to obtain your ID card, you must bring 2 forms of identification. And again, you must be currently enrolled for classes. So you want to make sure that you register before you go ahead down there to get your card. The next important thing is a WPU parking decal. This will enable you to park in any of the lots, whether it be Valley Road or the main campus. The registration form must be filled out online before you can receive the permit. They will in turn send you your WPU parking decal, so you will not need to go pick it up. Again, for those who are just students, you'll go to our website, you'll log into WP Connect, username, password. It is under the self-service tab, miscellaneous, and then the parking permit request form. You'll need to know the make and model of your vehicle, your license plate number, etc. You'll submit that form and they'll send it to you. For those of you who've not yet done it, don't panic. There is a little bit of a leeway. They give you a couple of days, in and around a week at the beginning of the semester before they will start to ticket the vehicles that do not have ID numbers. For those of you out there that may be a graduate assistant, you are going to go under the employee applications link. It is a little bit different, so you want to make sure that you follow the directions here on the slide. Your WPU email account. I cannot stress enough how important it is to check your WPU email every day. You are more than welcome to have it forwarded to another email address. However, because it is the official communication of the university, any emails sent to any academic offices, any administrative offices, any professors must be done through your WPU email account. Most professors will not respond to emails that are sent from personal accounts, so you want to make sure that you familiarize yourself with how to log in and retrieve your email and manipulate the system that way. Again, you're going to go to WP Connect to go ahead and log into that. It's at the top left-hand link. You'll put in your username and your password. You're going to click log on, and then you're going to click the email tab to access your student email. That too will be used when you need to pay your bill. So again, for registration billing, you really want to make sure that you familiarize yourself with the email system there. Emergency notifications, which is otherwise known as Connect 5. You must opt into this system. It's extremely helpful. You can sign up for voicemails, text messages. It will give you any type of emergency notification that transpires on campus, whether it's emergency, weather closings or anything that's going on that you need to know about. It's extremely helpful. It is something that we suggest you log into. The emails will automatically be sent to your William Paterson email addresses. However, those of you who don't have an opportunity maybe to check right before you go to class, it is something that can be very helpful. If you need to be notified if there is a school closing or if there are road closures, things going on campus, the university homepage will always have the information. There is the contact number, which will be found on the back of your ID card as well. You can find that on the lower portion of this slide. You can always call the main university number, and they're listed are radio stations and TV stations that will replay any updates as far as weather and whatnot. In case of emergency, the campus safety features that we have in place currently, the first you can see is University Police's phone number. Program your cell phone with an indication of ICE. This way it's visible and for any emergency personnel in the event there is an incident. Telephone numbers of these emergency contacts can be found. The iPhone, it's the health app, medical ID, and then add emergency contacts. Android phones, apparently there's a way to download an ICE app that's not accessible if your phone is if your phone is locked. There are emergency phones located throughout campus and will provide automatic connection to the University Police Dispatch. There are security cameras installed in the buildings and outside the buildings. If you place a 911 call from your university phone, it'll automatically go to the university police dispatch. However, if you place it from a cell phone, it goes to the local public safety access point and then relayed to the university police. All of our buildings exceed the fire safety requirements. They have heat and smoke monitors, and there are zero tolerance for fire safety violations here on campus. Blackboard. Some of you may be taking an online course or a hybrid course, which means you'll need to familiarize yourself with our Blackboard portal. It is the online portal for all of the classes, and again, it can be accessed through WP Connect or by going to bb.wpunj.edu. Your login ID and password are the same as your WP Connect account, your student email, login, and password. If you've never used this portal, we suggest that you do take the time prior to classes starting to familiarize yourself with the system, as it can be a little overwhelming when you first check in if you're taking more than one class. So you want to just make sure that you understand it. There is a link here that you'll be able to find in orientation, a quick guide for students who are taking the online classes. Once you get used to it, it's very easy to use and manipulate to upload different documents and things, but it is something you should take a look at prior to the beginning of the semester if you are taking online or hybrid courses. Any forms for current graduate students that you may need at some point. If you are in a program with concentrations and you'd like to change the concentration in which you're in, there is a PDF file that will need to be downloaded, filled out, and then submitted. If for some reason you're taking classes in the fall, but you have a family emergency or a work emergency and you'll need to take a leave of absence, that form is found online through WP Connect. Now, be advised, if you need to take a leave of absence, you can take it up to 1 full year. You can take a full year, you can take 1 semester, and then ultimately have another semester at your disposal in the event something else happens. However, it is only for 1 year. Once you exceed that year, you will be requested to reapply. And those of you that do not register for classes and do not complete the leave of absence form will ultimately not have registration privileges for the upcoming semester. So you'll need to reach out to us and some paperwork needs to be done. So for those of you, like I said, if for some reason something comes up and you've already registered, but you need to ultimately drop to 0 credits, or you know that you're going to be unable to attend the following semester, you want to make sure you go in and complete that form. Transfer of credit forms. Any of you who are in programs that you had previously taken graduate work and you'd like to see if some of those credits could transfer, there is a form that can be obtained by our office. Just be advised that you can transfer up to 6 graduate credits in the area in which you are studying. And it does need to be approved by the program director. And you want to make sure you have the paperwork, the course description and things when you ultimately complete those forms. If any of you at this point are non-degree seeking students and are just taking a course or 2 this semester, either to raise your GPA or to see if you like the program, we do encourage you to apply for matriculation into a graduate degree or certificate certification program. However, you'll need to complete a new matriculation application. Those applications can be found on our website. You'll select Apply Now, and then go ahead and select the program that you are intending to move forward in. All requirements must be met. So if this program, letters of recommendation, any type of test scores, those will need to be submitted before your application can be reviewed. And keep in mind that as a graduate non-degree student, if you are taking classes, it does not guarantee admission into a program. However, if you do well, it does show good faith moving forward to the program director and the committees that may be evaluating the applications. For graduation, once you've gotten through all your programs and the requirements there are applications for graduation, which again, you can find right here at this link. Keep in mind that there are deadline dates. So if you are graduating in January, you'll want to complete that application by September 1st. For May, it would be December 1st. And if you graduate in August, you're going to complete that application before June 1st. Students who have been approved for applying for teaching certification, those have their own deadlines. So you want to make sure you review those. For fall, it's October 1st, spring, April 1st, and summer, August 1st. And any of you who need to take a comprehensive exam at the end of your program, you want to make sure you download that PDF, complete it, and submit it by the appropriate deadline. Payment options. So after you log into your WP Connect account and you go in and you take a look at your bills, all bills will be sent to your WPU email address. There are no paper bills, and you want to make sure that you are following the deadline so that you don't get dropped from your classes. So the different payment options are, you can pay in cash in Student Enrollment Services, which is located here in Morrison Hall. It is entry 2 off of Pompton Road. You can pay by check or money order, and you can either drop that check off or you can mail it to the address there. Please make sure to put your student ID number, your 855 number, on all of your checks and money orders so that we know that we are applying the payment to the correct person. If you are a recipient of an outside scholarship, it should be made out to WPU. Again, if you have any questions, you should reach out to Student Enrollment Services. They'll be able to better assist you with anything like that. You have the option to pay your tuition bill by check or internet check, e-check. So the website to log directly into eBill is right there. It's wpunj.edu/ebill. It can only be made, check payments can only be made with a personal checking account or a savings account. No commercial or home equity loan accounts will be acceptable, and there is no fee to pay by an e-check, so it is a nice option. In regards to paying your bill with a credit card, you can pay it with a MasterCard, Visa, American Express, or Discover. Again, you'll use that same wpunj.edu/ebill. Keep in mind that the cardholder will be charged a convenience fee of 2.75% of the payment that's being made. For those of you who are looking or interested in what we call the TIP plan, it's the tuition installment plan. It is an interest-free installment plan starting for the fall, spring, and the summer terms. You can enroll through Student Enrollment Services. It's super easy, and it does give you an opportunity to not have to pay the entire bill prior to the start of the semester. It will break it up over the next couple months for you. So the payment plan is listed on our website. It will break down with all the details, and again, enrollment's extremely easy. Student Enrollment Services would be best to answer any questions that you have in regard to that. Your tuition, graduate tuition, this was published prior to the fall 2017 term. So I do believe at this point the in-state tuition is $700 even. And out-of-state tuition, I would have to double check, but I believe it is $1088. But this will just break down what the student fees, the campus fees, and whatnot are. To the frequently asked questions. How long do you have to finish your graduate program? If for some reason you can't go through the entire program in consecutive semesters, you do have 6 years from the time that you were matriculated into the program to complete the program. Again, can you transfer credits from another university? I touched on this earlier. You can transfer a max of 6 graduate credits as long as they meet the conditions of the specified course in the graduate catalog. How many credits denotes a full-time student? 9 credits, you're considered a full-time student for graduate school. 8 to 9 for biology students because of the way the credits are laid out. And graduate assistants must be full-time students. You cannot be part-time status as a graduate assistant. In regards to financial assistance, you should talk to the financial aid office, which again is located here in Morrison Hall on the 1st floor. They'll be able to assist you with any type of scholarships and student loans that may be offered and opportunities here for you on campus. Keep in mind, if you are a non-degree student, that there is no financial aid available to you. Where can you find your course offerings, which is probably the most important for those of you not yet registered? You're going to go to the university's main webpage, wpunj.edu. You're going to click on students, and then you're going to click on class schedules. And at that point, it will bring you to a drop-down. You want to make sure that you have graduates selected, and then you'll be able to pick your courses based on the department. How do you go ahead and register? So what you'll do is you'll go back to the website, you'll log into WP Connect, enter all your information, your user ID, your password. self-service, and then under the registration, you're going to click add or drop. You're going to make sure that you select the correct term. That's very important so that you don't get stuck. And you'll need to use an alternate PIN number, which is your 6-digit date of birth, before you'll be able to sign up for classes. When you go in to sign up for classes, while the title and name of the course is very important, what you are going to need is what we call a CRN number. It is a 5-digit number located to the left of the course description, time that it's being held, and professor information. And you'll plug that in on WP Connect and then ultimately click submit, and it will register you. Once you've been registered for the course and you can click view, you'll be able to see everything that you are registered for. Now, in the event you clicked the wrong course or you need to register for a different course, keep in mind that you are unable to drop to 0 credits. So if you need to do some manipulating with your schedule, you want to make sure that you register for the courses that you need, and then you can drop the courses that ultimately either you mistakenly registered for or doesn't fit in your schedule anymore, etc. If for some reason you need to purchase a textbook, I know a lot of professors are doing things online. There is a bookstore on campus. It is located in University Commons. And the website there for the bookstore will provide you with information in regards to their hours and if you can go ahead and purchase the books online. That brings me to the end of our webinar today. There's contact information for the Graduate Admissions Office, our phone number, our email address, if you have any questions moving forward. As Brian said earlier, this webinar will be available online on our YouTube channel. He will also email it to everybody. And for those of you who may or may not have registered at this point, we've also provided a registration webinar, which will go through in more detail how to exactly register and what some of the codes may be in the event you come to a roadblock there. Again, if you have any questions, we ask that you please contact either our office, email address, and we are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30, located in Morrison Hall, Suite 100. I wish you all a very great day and look forward to seeing you in September. Thank you.